Alright guys, welcome to a casted game between Szalamii and GiveGrandMasterPlz. I have already watched this game and I just was so blown away that I just knew I had to cast it. So here we are, English against Delhi Sultanate, and let's check this game out. We're also going to be taking a look at Szalamii and his build order, because I recently did kind of cover a build order for Delhi. I believe Szalamii does something very similar. So we'll also take a look at the Delhi side of things and analyze his gameplay here. We're going to speed up the start of it, just to begin with. So this matchup, English versus Delhi, can prove to be quite difficult for Delhi, just because the longbows and the ram timing can be very difficult to hold. There's a certain stage of the game where horsemen just don't become that effective against longbow, especially if they build up a significant mass, and also they have pikes thrown in with that army. So then you're kind of forced to add archers, and then it's just very difficult to kind of outplay him from there. So we've got 3 on gold and 6 on food at the moment for Szalamii. Sending more vills to food. Now English just looks like they're doing the standard opening. Did Szalamii create a second scout? Nope, just the single scout to begin with for now. And both players are just kind of collecting sheep and whatnot at the moment. Efficient production coming in now for Szalamii. It's actually taken his vills off of gold right now and started chopping wood earlier. So going up now with the Dome of Faith, which will give you cheaper scholars out of this landmark. In my opinion, this is the only landmark option in Age 2 that is viable. Tower of Victory is bugged, as well as the benefit of the Tower of Victory is just not as good as being able to train cheaper scholars, especially now that in later stages of the game, you're going to need more scholars to efficiently get techs here. So Szalamii is actually walling off the top side here. He wants to prevent any longbows kind of sneaking around the side of his base to harass his food villages and gold villages. And I imagine he's going to probably wall up this side as well. Yeah, here he comes. Walling up this little choke here. So now the English is forced to come head on right through the middle. And this is obviously going to be more vulnerable to town center fire. Now one thing to consider as well here is Szalamii is most likely just gathering berries at the beginning. Because he wants to save his sheep for later on when there's more longbow in his base and he's not going to be able to collect berries anymore. Okay, so interestingly, he hasn't kept guys on gold, and now he's like rushing back to collect gold so he can get some more scholars coming in. Nice job in pulling back the low HP Vill. One going down though, potentially a second as well. Yeah, 2 vills going down, not an ideal start, but now he's got a tower up to deal with the longbow pressure. I'd imagine though the longbows could actually outrange the tower here if he was collecting berries. So Longbow's looking for a place to kind of put pressure on. Szalamii realizing that he's not going to be able to kind of defend the wood line here from the longbows, so he's actually going around the other side to gather wood there. And now he's gathering berries behind his base as well. So that's another thing these walls are doing, is it's forcing him to come through the middle, and he's not going to be able to get around and harass the vills at the back gathering food. Looks like Szalamii going for a fast castle here, which is interesting. He's deciding he's not wanting to fight the English at all in Age 2, which can be a bit risky. Because once the English get a good mass of longbows and some rams destroying your production buildings, it can be difficult to take him on with anything. Like even armored units, longbows do okay against in big masses. Sanctity coming in, but it's going to be pretty difficult for him to kind of capture any of the sacred sites here. But at the moment, it's been good for Szalamii, obviously. He hasn't had to deal with any kind of pressure in his base because of these walls. He is gonna lose maybe another Vil here. Potentially 2 Vils. Actually going out to fight with the Vils. Oh man. Scouting the Vils, taking down one longbowman. Maybe a second one will go down. Okay, he's finally broke through the walls here. He's got Pike in here to help with the siege as well. And potentially any lancers that might come out in Age 3. By now, GiveGrandMaster would definitely be suspecting that Szalamii is going straight up to castle. So he really wants to get some damage done here. Let's see, has he got, actually doesn't have a blacksmith yet. So he's actually not going to be able to build rams, which is a bit surprising. Not ideal to only have one scholar at the moment. I guess that's the consequence of going fast castle. He didn't want to delay his timing at all. So he skipped out on the scholars to begin with. Now producing scholars though. Looking to pump out some men-at-arms. He's moved back from the food there because he knows that his enemy's in his base. So he's just got all of his Vils on sheep at the moment. But he will run out soon. I wonder if he got professional scouts actually. Does have professional scouts, so okay, he has brought some back, but I think he only has the one scout to do so, so he's only brought back a couple of deers here. Okay, getting a blacksmith now. This is the one issue that I'm not a fan of the fast castle with Delhi in most cases. Is that you won't have any blacksmiths until quite later on. You're also not producing scholars in the transition unless you want to delay your castle a bit longer. But also delaying castle means that you're going to give more time for a potential ram push. So more longbows just harassing Vils here. Let's see if he's got siege engineering now. So I'd imagine we'll be seeing some some rams pretty soon. Yep, ram being made. And arms picking off some of the harassing units from GiveGrandMaster. So with one scout, he's deemed that he's not going to be able to kind of bring all these deers in time. He's out of food now, so he can't wait for one by one the deers coming in. So he's opting to go out to collect some deer here. Gone up with the Compounded Defender as well, which I believe is the only viable Age 3 landmark at the moment. The House of Learning, the Honed Blades, which is the one good tech in the House of Learning, now takes like 17 minutes or something like that, even if you have like 3 scholars garrisoned. Szalamii hasn't been able to capture the relic on his side just because the longbow mass is on that side. Looking to fight with some men-at-arms here. He was trying to be patient in going in with his men-at-arms because he's gonna need a big mass of these men-at-arms to actually be able to fight this army at the moment. But he's decided to sack his barracks and just decided to build some over the other side of his base here. He's done a really good job of kind of moving his Vils over to wherever the English is not attacking. So as soon as the English went over this side to kind of harass this point of natural resources, he's moved over here. He's got walls up on this side as well, so it's going to take him a bit, and he's going to have time to respond to the units coming to his Vils. No gap here? No, yeah. So Ram slowly sieging down stuff. Obviously he can't go straight for the TC because of the new change of the TC being able to change focus fire. So he's opting to destroy military production and also houses. Speed up a little bit here, not much going on. Now Szalamii getting his ranged defense and just massing men-at-arms and chilling in his base. Again, he's not fighting too early because with this amount of numbers he's really not going to be able to do much unless it's under the TC. So now fight under the TC. Pikemen are doing a good job at kind of tanking damage while the longbows get free fire here. And not looking good for Szalamii. He's going to lose like all of his men-at-arms while only killing the majority of his pikes. And all these longbowmen still stand. What do we got? 37 longbowmen here. So Szalamii is in a pretty tricky spot right now. His houses are being sieged down. He lost his mosque, so all of his techs are going to take longer. Hey, let's take a look. This takes 5 minutes, so he has to wait 5 minutes for his tier 2 upgrade to come in. He could probably get a sneaky torch throw in this ram here and then back out, but now he's going in. He actually gets it down and hops inside the TC so he doesn't take any fire there. Nice play there. So English actually adding in men-at-arms now, so these guys will be great for tanking Szalamie's men-at-arms. Obviously they're not as strong, but he's got a ton of longbow on the back line to deal out damage. Now it's a pretty rough spot here for Szalamii. He's moved out to like the far corner to gather food. GiveGrandMaster must know, like, well, he doesn't really know where he's gathering, right? So I mean, I would probably send a few longbows out in the field to try and find him, or if he still has his scout, send out a scout to see where he's gathering. He knows he's not gathering the top side, or at least wasn't before, but now he's moved all of his woodchoppers out there. So he's actually got quite a nice mass of man-at-arms at this stage. He's managed to pick up a relic here. I did hear another relic. Not really sure where. So he's actually, let's slow it down a little bit here. He's actually gearing up to protect this sacred site. So before capturing it, he's putting down the foundations in order to help kind of defend that position, which is quite smart. Like often, like when I play Delhi, I won't actually get the sacred site straight away if I know that there's potential threat of the enemy just coming right there and kind of taking it off you. I'll do what Szalamii does and just put up some defensive structures before I decide to capture it. So now, big fight happening. 25 men-at-arms versus a lot of longbow and some men-at-arms and pikes from the English player. This is so sneaky from Szalamii. While this fight's going on, he's re-walling. This is going to prevent the opponent from coming through here. If he does come through, he's going to have to come through the TC farm. Very clever. Utilizing another unique feature from the Delhi is just building walls with your military. So now his longbowmen are all trapped here. He's not going to be able to kite, and the men-at-arms are going to get some good damage off here. Man, like, I don't know, I feel like most people would just have died already, but Szalamii's done a great job at balancing his patience, as well as being able to somehow manage to gather resources from different locations on the map, based on where he knows where his opponent is. And he's also walled off like chokes to stop him from easily getting killed. Ram's getting a solid amount of damage up, but Szalamii has already kind of put down extra houses, so he's not getting pop capped at all here. So the longbows have actually cleaned up most of the men-at-arms here, which is pretty crazy. I thought like the men-at-arms would do probably a better job here. Let's see how his techs are going. So he still doesn't have tier 2 upgrade. He does have another mosque now with 3 scholars in it, but it's still going to take quite a lot of time just because of Delhi things, you know. So I guess he's done a pretty good job here at cleaning up a lot of longbow, but in exchange he has lost like all of his men-at-arms basically. Oh man, this is tough. Unless this mangonel can get some like really good damage off here, like it's looking pretty grim for Szalamii right now. Pretty nice shot there, but is this gonna go down? Like, I think it's gonna just go down here. Another nice shot, but did it get its value worth? I don't know. Maybe like equal value? Not really sure. But now he is pumping enough men-at-arms, and it looks like he is gonna hold this position here actually. So I guess the mangonels did do their job. Men-at-arms were probably getting some free hits off there as well while he was trying to kill the mangonel. More reinforcing units here. This might be a turning point here for Szalamii. See the stat difference. So 4 armor, 14 attack versus 3 armor, 10 attack, plus an extra 35 HP. So quite a bit stronger. But I mean, the main point of these men-at-arms is to buy time for the longbows to get free shots on these men-at-arms. But damn, he's pushed it back for now, and now he's capturing a sacred site. He is out of food though down here. He's migrating. He's stonewalling his enemy. Keep in mind those stonewalls aren't that expensive, considering he has Compound of the Defender, which actually reduces the stone cost of walls by, I think it's 20% off the top of my head. 25%, I think, actually, because a keep goes down from 800 stone to 600. And now Szalamii on the aggress. He's using his force march to get a big surround on these longbows. Very clever. Mangonel on the back line as well. Now, after this game, GiveGrandMaster did actually did let us know he did end up disconnecting. So I still felt like I had to cast this game because it was such an insane hold. Like, I don't know how Szalamii managed to pull it off, but at this stage Szalamii is in a really good position. He has 2 relics, a sacred site which is stone walled off, and now he's probably going to look to go on the aggression. So I think he said it was just after this point where he disconnected. So he's still moving his units around. But man-at-arms in his base, like, there's really not much that he can do at this stage. You can see the scores have kind of widened up now, with Szalamii taking a solid lead. Let's see if his units move here. I'm guessing this is when he DC'd. Yeah, the archers aren't shooting. But, like, the archers aren't going to stop this. He can still... Oh no, he's come out and attacked. Still going. And, like, sieging down houses, interesting decision considering I would imagine he has a lot of free pop space. Yeah. But, okay, he DC'd at this point. He's not kiting back his archers. And GG was called. Well, not GG was called, but GiveGrandMaster DC'd. But at this stage, there's really not much that he can do. That was an insane game. If you did enjoy this, please consider liking and subscribing. I'll leave a link down to Szalamii1's Twitch channel. You can check him out for some awesome daily plays as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next game. Thanks, guys.